Welcome. Thanks for joining me today. This practice is going to focus on creating space in the spine through twists. So we're going to create a nice lengthening in the side waist and in the spine, getting into some deeper twists. This is more of an intermediate practice, so you're going to need a little bit more flexibility for some of the twists, but if you're fine with using your blocks and your strap, go ahead and join us. We're going to start recline, so gather your things, and when you're ready, go ahead and lay down on your back. You'll have a couple options if you want to lay on your back on a bolster, or I'm going to take the blocks, place them underneath my back, and start in Baddha Konasana. So I'm going to lay back, setting up those blocks the first one right underneath the tips of your shoulder blades, then laying back and letting that head rest on the top one. And let the arms drop wide, let the knees drop wide if it's okay for your low back. If your low back's bothering you, you can always drop your knees in. And I always like to lift my tailbone, lengthen it down, and then just find your breath here. Breathing in and out through the nose. Starting to engage that Ujjayi pranayama. Starting to bring yourself more into the present moment. Checking in, scanning over the body here, acknowledging any areas of tightness or concern, maybe any injuries or fatigue that are acting up. And just be mindful of those, knowing we're going to go into twists and only go as deep as it is comfortable for you. Being mindful not to force into the low back, trying to find that opening in the upper back and creating space through the spine by lengthening and lifting with your inhales. So taking advantage of that here, wherever you are in your breathing cycle, exhale fully. And then take a big inhale in through the belly, all the way up into the chest. Watch and feel that chest. And then sigh it out. Again, inhale, filling through the belly. Let the chest expand and rise. Hold the breath for a moment. And sigh it out. As you sigh it out, let those shoulders draw away from the ears. One final time. Inhale, big breath. Fill up the belly, the lungs, all the way up to the collarbones. Hold the breath a little bit longer. And then sigh that out. Coming back to the Ujjayi breath in and out of the nose. Start to find the engagement in the lower belly. Allow the eyes to blink open if they're closed. Allow those knees to come back to center. And then taking your hands onto the thighs, draw the chin toward the chest. And then using your core, using your legs and arms, draw yourself up. Go ahead and remove the blocks. If you've been on your back, just go ahead and stay there. And then go ahead and roll yourself back down. So pausing here on our backs. And take a moment, just notice if you feel a little bit more open in the chest. We're going to do a little bit of core because your twists need a little bit of core to support that spine, to create that space. So we're just going to take those legs, extend them up. Spread through the toes, breathe. And on your next inhale, take those arms up. Lift up through the shoulder blades, drop in through the lower belly, and breathe. Good, and then slowly start to bend those knees. Draw the knees nice and wide so you're going to touch the outer parts of your arms. Flex the palms to the ceiling. Flex the feet, think Bakasana on your back. Keep rounding through the upper back. Press through the heels. One more big inhale. And then as you exhale, extend the arms up. And then slowly release it down. Hug the knees in. Going into Parsva Bakasana, or twisted crow pose. So exhale fully here. Taking those arms and legs up. Lift through the chest. And then rotate through the upper body. So you're going to rotate through the upper body. Press it toward the right. So your right arm's reaching lower, left arm's higher. And then bend those knees again. Squeeze the elbows. See if you can bring the back of your left tricep to the knee and hold. Pull in through the lower belly. Spread through the toes. Working that sideways. One more big inhale. Exhale, release it all the way back up. And then inhale, drop it down. Exhale here. Opposite side. Inhale, reaches you up, lifting here. And then as you exhale, rotate toward the left. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Press through the palms and then bend those knees. Bring the back of the right hand to that left knee. Keep lifting up through the chest. Squeeze the knees. Create a little bit of tension from arm and shoulder into that knee. One more big inhale. And exhale, release it back to the ceiling. Inhale, drop the head down, squeeze the knees in, rocking a little bit from side to side. And then taking those arms out like a T beside you. And then from here, you're going to drop both knees over toward the right. Taking your right hand, drop it on top of that left thigh. Lengthen the side waist here, draw in through the lower belly, and then drop that left shoulder. Look over to the left if it's okay for the neck. Exhale fully here. Inhale brings those knees back up. And then as you exhale, keeping them nice and close, drop those knees over toward the left. Press that left hand on top of the right. Lengthen the tailbone, draw in through the lower belly, let that right shoulder drop back. If it's okay, look over that right shoulder. Exhale fully. Engage the core. Inhale, draw those knees up. And as you exhale, roll all the way over to the right, press yourself up. Come up to a seated position. If you need, prop your hips. Otherwise, keep the right shin in front of the left. See if you can bring those ankles right underneath the knees. Sitting up nice and tall, big inhale. And as you exhale, forward fold. Getting into the low back, create some space in the spine. Inhale, lengthen here. And then as you exhale, instead of folding forward, see if you can press your elbows down and toward those shins. Press the heels away from one another. And nice, big, long spine with the breath. Exhale fully here. As you inhale, come back to center. Exhale, pause here, and then on your next inhale, take the arms up. As you exhale, lean to the left. Big inhale, open through the sideways, and then exhale, lean toward the left, creating that space from armpit to hip. Really drop that right hip down, press into the left hand or elbow, rotate the shoulder back. Exhale fully here. Inhale brings you back up. And as you exhale, release it down. Taking that left shin, bring it in front of the right. Sitting up nice and tall, lift the chest. And as you exhale, press those hands forward. So again, press into the sit bones. See if you can drop just your elbows into those knees. Flex the feet. Nice big breaths. So you're more of like pressing down to create some space into this lower back, getting into the hips to allow those twists to be a little bit more open as we get deeper. Exhale fully. Inhale takes those arms up. And as you exhale, bring the right hand down by your side. Big inhale, open through the left, and then exhale, lean toward the right. Press and oppose that chest. Lift it up with that right hand. Open the chest. Keep dropping that left hip down. Take one more big inhale. Stay to exhale. Pressing into that bottom hand. Inhale lifts you up. And exhale, hands down. Go ahead and bring those knees up. A little bit of core work again. Balance onto those sit bones. Lift the chest. I'm going to go sideways so you can see a little better. Lift the chest. Ground through the sit bones, lifting up Navasana. And breathe. And then working a little sideways again. So think Bakasana here. And then think Revolve Bakasana. Back to regular. And twist the opposite side. One more time each side. Inhale, normal. Exhale, twist. Inhale, normal. Exhale, twist. Inhale, normal. Exhale, draw those knees in. And then slowly roll yourself forward, hands and knees. Bring yourself into a plank, setting up those hands, and then press it back, downward dog. Take a couple deep breaths here. Exhale fully. Taking those feet, bring them in slightly and out toward the edges of your mat. And then from here, really press into those hands, bend the knees if you need to, and go ahead and take that right hand anywhere along the left leg. Drop that right shoulder down, rotate, and then those hips are going to want to come to the left, draw them back toward the right. Press in with that left hand, grow long through the side waist. Exhale fully. Inhale brings you back to center. And exhale. Opposite side, inhale, grow long. And then as you exhale, grabbing that right side with the left hand, anywhere along the leg, press into that right hand, shift the weight toward the left, look under that right arm. Get a nice little massage from your kitty or dog if it's around. Hi, Sita. Exhale fully here. Inhale, brings that hand back. And exhale, downward dog. Inhaling here. And as you exhale, walk those feet back to normal distance. Put a little bend into the knees and walk those hands back toward the feet. Once your feet are firmly on the ground, relax the head. Let yourself just dangle, maybe bend the knees, maybe keep them straight. Maybe bending and straightening one leg. Just kind of checking in with those hips and hamstring here. Exhale fully. Inhale, lengthens you out. As you exhale, bend the knees, walk it back out to plank. Once you found your plank, lift it back, downward dog. Inhale, right leg lifts to the sky. Exhale, drop the heel to the bum, open it up. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, draw knee to nose and step that foot forward. Back knee drops. Inhale, takes those arms up. Exhale here. Inhale, takes the right hand down to the right thigh. And then exhale, lean toward the right. Inhale, brings those arms back up. Exhale, left hand to the block or floor. Big inhale, open the chest, draw the shoulder blades onto the back, lean it back. And exhale, circle that hand to the floor. Inhale, steps you back, plank. Exhale, lower knees or toes. Inhale, shoulders draw back, lift that heart. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes, engage the core, press back, plank. Take an inhale, and exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, drop the heel to the bum, open it up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose and step that foot forward. Back knee drops. On your next inhale, take those arms up. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Inhale, left hand, left thigh. And then exhale, lean toward the left. Inhale brings you back up. Exhale, right hand to the block or floor. Big inhale, open the chest, shoulder blades together, lean it back. And exhale, circle that hand to the floor. Inhale, steps you back, plank. Exhale, lower knees or toes. Press through those toes. Inhale, shoulders roll back. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes, engage the core, press back, plank. Take an inhale, and exhale, downward dog. Nice full inhale here. And exhale. Adding on a little bit. Inhale, look toward the hands. Exhale, hop, step, or walk, both feet forward. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Press into those feet. Inhale, takes those arms up. And exhale, hands to heart. Taking those feet about hip distance apart, ground down into those feet, lift the chest. You might need blocks depending on how your hamstrings are feeling. Take a big inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, nice long spine. Right hand stays on the ground, left hand, left hip. Bend into the right knee. Keep that left leg nice and straight. Rotate, lift the left elbow to the ceiling. Then maybe take the left arm up. Keep pressing the left hip out. Roll the shoulders away from that left leg. Keep bending into the right. Maybe top arm comes over the ear. Send the sit bones to the back of the room. Lengthen the side waist. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale takes the arm up. Exhale, bend into the left knee as that left hand comes to the ground. Inhale, lengthen, nice long spine. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. This time as you exhale, left hand to the middle of the floor. Right hand, right hip. Start to bend into the left knee. Send that right hip to the side. Open the chest, right arm reaches. Shoulder blades draw together. Heart comes forward. Press that right hip out. Maybe right arm comes over the right ear. Send that hip to the back of the room. Keep bending into the left leg. Maybe look up. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale takes the arm up. Exhale, looking down, bending into that right knee, hand to the floor. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Pressing into those feet. Inhale, takes those arms all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Go ahead and bring those feet together. Inhale, takes the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, hop, step, or walk, fold feet back, lowering through that vinyasa. Shoulders draw back. And press it back. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, drop the heel to the bum, open it up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose and step that right foot forward. Keep the back heel up. Inhale takes you up crescent. Draw in through the lower belly, lift the chest. Nice full inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hands to heart. If it's not going to work to twist, with the full twist, keep the left hand on the floor. Left elbow, right knee. Press down, lift the chest, open it up. Press back through that back heel. Keep drawing the thumb pads toward the center line. Keep drawing those shoulder blades onto the back. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, steps you back. Exhale through the vinyasa. Shoulders draw back. And press it back. Inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, heel to bum, open it up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose, stepping that foot forward, back heel stays up. Inhale, brings yourself up, crescent. Draw in through the lower belly, lift the chest, find some length in that side waist. Exhale here. Inhale, hands to heart. And as you exhale, right elbow, left knee. Press down, lift up, open the chest. Press hands into hands, open, rotate, lift through that back leg. Maybe gaze goes up. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, steps you back. Exhale, lower. Shoulders draw back. Press it back as you exhale. Nice full inhale here. Long exhale. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, drop the heel to the bum, open it up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose, step that foot forward, back heel comes down, warrior two, bring it up. Stack those hips. Open up through the hips, front knee right over that front ankle, spread through the collarbones, and then gaze over those front fingers. Press into the soles of your feet. Full breaths here. Exhale fully. Inhale, either elbow to thigh, hand to the block of the floor on the inside. Draw that right hip under, left hip draws forward slightly. Top arm reaches, draw the shoulder blades together. Breathe. Keep drawing in through the lower belly. And then if you're okay, exhale, top arm overhead. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, top arm reaches. Exhale, gaze looks down. Inhale, circle both hands to the floor, square the hips. Exhale through the vinyasa. Shoulders draw back. And press it back. Inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, heel to bum. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose, step it forward. Back heel comes down, warrior two, heel to arch, open it up. Stack front knee over front ankle, draw that front knee toward the left pinky toe, and then draw that right hip slightly back. Tailbone lengthens, arms reach, gaze over the front fingers. Exhale fully here. Inhale, either left elbow to thigh, hand to block or the floor, open the chest. Take that top arm straight up to begin. Draw the shoulder blades onto the back, draw that right hip back, and then take that right arm overhead. Full breaths, gaze looking up. Keep drawing that left hip under. One more full inhale. Exhale. Inhale, top arm reaches. Exhale, gaze looks down. Inhale, circle both hands to the floor, square the hips. Exhale, step it back through the vinyasa. Shoulders draw back. And press it back. Nice full inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, come to seated. You're going to come sitting on your knees. Take a moment here, close your eyes and breathe. Exhale fully here, let those eyes open. So depending on how well you can sit on your bum with one leg bent back, you might want to sit on a block. You might need your strap depending on your flexibility. So starting off, you're going to take your feet, split them, drop those hips down. Taking that right leg out. Pausing here. So sit up nice and tall. Notice how it feels if you're shifted to one side. Place a block under or a blanket underneath that right hip. Sitting up nice and tall, bend that knee in. And then exhale, straighten the leg. So heron pose. Lift the chest, draw the shoulder blades back. If your hamstrings are super tight, today you can take that strap, place it around so you can sit up a little bit taller. Better than rounding into the spine. Also, if your hips are tight, sitting up on a block helps. Breathe. Coming into a twist from here. Really press through the leg. Take the left hand to the outer edge, the pinky edge. Take the right arm up, find space, and then exhale, reach that right arm back. Gaze does not have to look back. It can look center, it can even look forward. Press foot into hand, lift the chest, breathe. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, circles that right arm all the way back. And then as you exhale, think of folding forward, lengthen it out, nice flat back. Offer the heart, press down through the back of the knee, send those sit bones to the back of the mat. And again, if you're rolling to the side, prop yourself up on that right side. It's going to be a lot easier for you. Exhale fully. Inhale, lengthen to out. Exhale all the way back to center. Take that left leg out. Draw the right leg in. Ground down through the toes on the back. Sit up nice and tall on those sit bones. Pause here. Notice how it feels. One side might be tighter. You might need to prop one side. Bending into that knee. Pressing those arms straight. Pressing the legs straight. Lift the chest. Shoulders draw back. Spread through the toes. Draw in through the lower belly. Breathe. Exhale fully here. And then taking that right hand to the outer edge, the pinky edge. Take the left arm, big inhale, sit up tall, and exhale, start to rotate through the upper back. Keep lifting the foot, heart comes forward. Open the chest. Gaze can look forward or back. Keep grounding into that front leg. Good, one more big inhale. Stay to exhale. Inhale, circles you all the way back to the front. And then as you exhale, forward folding, send those sit bones back. Exhaling here. Relax the shoulders. Send both knees toward the floor. Heart goes toward the toes. Exhale fully. Inhale, lengthens you up. Exhale, brings you back to center. Go ahead and unwind that right leg. And then go ahead and bring both soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. Sitting up nice and tall, grounded into those sit bones. And then exhale, just press the chest forward. Lengthening it forward, dropping those knees nice and wide, press the toes together. And then if you need a little bit more assistance, opening those feet like a book, press those elbows into the thighs, and keep dropping the chest forward. Exhale fully here. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, back to center. Go ahead and take your right leg, bring it forward. Left foot's gonna come under. Right foot presses down, coming into a twisted position here. Ground down into that right hip. Sit up nice and tall. Hug that right knee into the chest. So right knee's hugging in with the left arm. Right hand's gonna come behind you. Press into the ground, lift the chest, lengthen, and then rotate. As you start to rotate, keep grounding down into that right hip. If you can, find some space, lengthen, and then elbow over the knee. Pressing down, lift the chest. If you can, hand reaches down to knee, maybe big toe of the right side. Keep lifting the chest. Gaze can look forward or back. I like to look over the front foot. It helps me keep my chest lifted. One more full inhale. And exhale. Inhale, unwind. And exhale, switch those legs around. So right leg, I'm gonna go to the side this time so you can see a little bit more side view. So taking that right leg under, left leg on top. Sitting up nice and tall, ground that left hip. Sitting up, hug the knee in. Rotate through the chest. Keep a little micro bend in that back elbow. Try to resist the urge to lock it out. You just wanna keep lifting up onto those fingertips. Find some space, lean it back, elbow over the knee. Lift the chest, ground down, rotating. Maybe hand to knee, maybe arm reaches to big toe. Breathing here. Inhales, lift you. Exhales, rotate you. Keep grounding and drawing that left hip down and away. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, release it down. Go ahead and roll all the way down to your back. We're gonna do one bridge pose and then this little supported shoulder stand, maybe full shoulder stand if you're comfortable, but I recommend just half. Then go ahead and lay on your back, ground down into those feet, take an inhale, and exhale, lift those hips. Draw the shoulder blades onto the back. If you have full wheel in your practice and that's gonna feel good to you right now, go for it. But sometimes half a back bend feels great. Pinch your heels today. Draw those shoulder blades under, lengthen the tailbone. Find some engagement in all the legs. So coming into the glutes, the hamstrings, the quads, the calves. One more full inhale. And exhale. Inhale, unwind those shoulders. Exhale, slowly lower the hips. Let those knees knock in, feet are apart, distance of the mat. Take a moment. And then going into shoulder stand, you have the lowest way, the midway. I'm gonna go the higher way today. So we're gonna ground under those feet, inhale, lift those hips. Slide that block under so it's into that sacrum, and then lay those hips down. And then from here, take the hands, interlink the hands behind the back, roll those shoulders under, and then press the hands down. Maybe keep them interlinked if that's gonna feel okay today. Bend one knee at a time up to the ceiling, and then take those legs to the ceiling. And breathe. So chin's gonna be slightly tucked in if you're in supported shoulder stand. Make sure if you're doing full shoulder stand that you have had practice, that you do have some props. So you're protecting the curve of your cervical spine. Making sure the weight is in the elbows. It's not in the shoulders or neck. If you're here with me, find some activity in the legs. Spread through the toes. Gaze is up to those big toes. Try not to look at me. Try to listen to my voice so you're not putting any extra pressure on either side of your neck. Two more breaths here. Exhale fully. Slowly coming down, bending those knees. Placing one foot on the floor a foot on the floor at a time. And then unwind those shoulders, release the arms. Take a moment here, just pause. Notice any changes. And then come up onto the balls of the feet, lift those hips, slide that block out. And then go ahead and roll those hips down. And draw the knees into the chest, give them a squeeze. And then from here, taking those legs back up to the ceiling, take the right leg, cross it over the left, bend both knees, hug your knees into your chest. So Supta Gomukhasana, so reclined cow-like pose. Then slide your hands down your shins, maybe all the way to the pinky edges. Draw the heels away from one another, draw the knees into the chest, relax the shoulders. Flex those feet. Getting into the hips, and then see if you can lengthen those hips and those sit bones toward the end of your mat. A lot of times they like to curl up, or even worse, our heels like to go down, getting out of the stretch. Keep drawing it in. Exhale fully. Inhale, release the feet, but keep the legs. Press that left foot to the floor. Shift the hips to the right. See if you can bind that foot all the way to eagle legs and then drop those knees toward the left. So getting into that sideways, the hip. Let that right shoulder draw down. And what I usually like to do when I get into my twist, I like to press into my left side, slide that left shoulder blade out so my right one can get to the floor, and then start to twist a little deeper. Maybe look over that right shoulder if it feels okay. Full breaths here. One more full inhale. Exhale. Engage the core. Inhale brings the knee up. Exhale, unwind those legs. Bring those hips back to center. Taking those legs back up to the ceiling. Cross the left leg over the right this time. Bend the knees. Hands come toward those knees. Hug them in to start. Pull in through the lower belly. And then hands come to those pinky edges, drawing those heels away and flexing through the feet. Lengthen the tailbone toward the end of your mat so you feel that hip stretch. Keep using your deep breaths. Inhale, find some length in the spine. As you exhale, trying to draw those feet away and down toward the floor from each other. One more full inhale. And exhale. Inhale, release the feet. Exhale, place that right foot on the ground. Shift the hips to the left. See if you can tuck that foot behind the calf and then drop the knees toward the right. Again, press into that right elbow, lengthen the right shoulder toward the floor, and then let those knees drop. Draw in through the lower belly, lengthen that tailbone toward those heels, and then maybe look over your left shoulder. Full breaths here. Exhale fully. Inhale, draws those knees back up. As you exhale, unwind the legs, bring those hips back to center. Pausing here for a moment. Check in with the hips, check in with the hamstrings. We have one more twist to go. Using your strap if you need, otherwise trying to do with just holding onto the big toe or the side of the foot. So you have that option. If your hamstrings are tight, use that strap, but try to get as close to your foot as you can. I'll do one side with the strap, one side without. So if you're using the strap, take that strap, place it all around the ball of your right foot. Extend that leg up. Lengthen it out. And then you're going to take those hips, shift them over toward the right. And then you're going to keep that left knee bent. Let yourself drop all the way over toward the left. So from here, I'm going to slide that hand down. See how close I can get. Lengthen that sideways down. And I'm going to take my right hand, see if I can grab the top of my left foot. Drawing that left foot back toward my heel, pushing and spreading and drawing those collarbones toward the ceiling. And breathe. So you can look over your front shoulder, up to the ceiling. If it's okay, maybe look over that right shoulder. Keep pressing your knee toward the end of the mat on that left side. Lengthen the right side waist. One more big inhale, maybe find a smile instead of a grunt. Exhale. As you inhale, release the left leg first. Exhale, pause here. Put a little bend into the knee. Inhale brings that leg back up. And exhale, release. Switching sides. Bring those hips back to center. Check in, see how you feel. So from here, taking that left leg, reach it up. Spread through the toes. See if you can grab onto the outer pinky edge. And then shifting those hips over to the left. Keep the right knee bent. Let that left leg go across the body. So spread through the toes. Lengthen that left side waist. And then taking that left hand, reach it back for the right foot. Press foot into hand. Draw that left shoulder back. Spread through the toes. And then draw those collarbones nice and wide. Keep lengthening through the tailbone. Draw in through the lower belly. Full breath. Resist the urge to frown. Maybe smile. Take one more full inhale. Stay to exhale. Inhale, releases that right leg first. Exhale, pause here. Put a little bend into that left knee. Inhale brings you up. And then exhale, release. Go ahead and bring those hips back to center. Pause there for a moment. And then draw both knees into the chest. Knees go wide, flex the feet up. Happy baby. Draw those knees down. As you draw those knees down, press into those shins with your elbows, drawing those knees even wider. Resist the hands with the feet. Lengthen the tailbone. And then maybe rocking a little bit from side to side. Being happy with all the twists you've done. Maybe you feel a little bit more open in the side waist. And knowing Shavasana is right around the corner here. Go ahead and release those legs, give them a little shake. And then go ahead and bring the soles of the feet onto the ground. Making yourself as comfortable as you need. A lot of times after twisting practices, I like to take my bolster and place it underneath my knees just to give them a little bit more support for my low back because I do have back issues. I'm going to take that legs nice and long, toes turned out, lengthen the spine, press into the elbows, take the shoulder blades onto the back, let those arms lengthen out, and bring a neutral position for your head and neck. If there's any ponytail holders, release those. And then wherever you are in your breathing cycle, exhale fully. One time, big inhale, fill it up, fill the belly, fill the chest all the way up to the collarbones, hold it in. And then sigh it out. Release any tension, any stress, any ujjayi breathing. Let everything settle in, taking rest, mentally and physically being here in Shavasana. your next breath to come in a little deeper. And on your next breath, bring some movement into the fingers and toes, maybe even the wrists and ankles. And on your next breath, reach your arms back behind your head, slide your feet together, give yourself a long stretch here. And then slowly bend the knees, bring the feet as wide as your mat, and then windshield wiper those legs a couple times, stretching out through the hips and the sideways, checking in with that low back. So at your own pace, maybe a couple times to each side. And then when you're ready, draw the knees into the chest, give them a little squeeze. And then using your arm as a pillow, roll over to your side. Pause here for a moment. Allowing yourself to scan over the body. Check in with the mind. Acknowledging any little shifts from the practice today. And then when you're ready, mindfully press yourself up. Come all the way back up to a comfortable seat. And then once you found that seat, let your eyes close once again. And just take a moment being with your body, in your room, on your mat. Bring those hands to your heart center. We'll seal this practice with one Om. Take a nice deep inhale. Bowing your head slightly. And take you a moment before you leave your mat today. Think of one thing in your life that you truly are grateful for. And then ask yourself if there's any way that could be better in your life. See that happening in your mind's eye as you raise your head with a smile. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for lengthening and strengthening that spine. We'll see you next time. Drink lots of water, eat your veggies, wear some sunblock. Namaste.